Hey, what's up, everybody? First off, I want to say thanks to everybody that's been tuning in with us on the Crowded Room, checking out the artists we've been presenting with you and everything. If you are a independent artist, make sure that you go to crowdedstreaming.com, download the app, and also feature your music on our platform. We do pay artists for streams. Um, Tonight, we have a special guest on, you know what I'm saying? We have my man Q on with a web series. We're gonna get into his acting career and his production career and things like that. Hey Q, when you jump on, just request to be on the live and we're gonna get started. So it's gonna be a little something different for y'all from y'all tonight, from seeing us talking to R&B singers and rap artists. We'll give y'all a tour inside of the acting business and the side that he comes from with the production and things like that. So no further ado, here he is. All right, Q should be coming on shortly, you guys. So we'll be having
Hey, what's
my
going
man
on, brother?
Q. What's going on, man?
Hey, man, what's going on, man? I was out there in Texas.
Oh, you know it's all good. A little bit of the warm weather, you know what I'm saying. So we enjoy.
No, that's right.
You know what I'm saying. It's cool right now, so we all good. How you enjoying that East Coast?
It's all right, man. We still in the 70s. It's kind of crazy for November for us.
Right, right. Yeah, it's a little warmer here too, but I know the people ain't jump on to hear me and you go back and forth about the weather. You know, we can do that, man. I wanna jump right in the queue. Tell us a little bit about how you got started in your acting career and what inspired you to say, "Hey, I'm gonna do this."
Well, it pretty much started with a good friend of mine passed away a couple years ago, and he was in a web series. To
Right,
make a long story short, 2 hours after seeing him in a pine box, I was sitting here on YouTube watching him act in a web series.
right,
So, you know what I mean? I kind of broke down like, damn, I'm sitting here looking at my man. It's him. You know what I mean? His voice, his mannerisms, everything. And it was just like, he's leaving a legacy without knowing it.
right,
So it was just something that I felt like that's something I wanted to do. You know what I mean? I have 4 kids. So it was something that I was definitely going. I always wanted to do it since I was young. You know, when they used to have the big ass cameras with the big VHS cassettes and shit, but we ain't never had the money to do it. So as I got older and, you know what I mean, working and got a little bread, it was like something I wanted to do it. Well, it really wasn't easy though, like a lot of people think it might be. Like I wanted to get into comedy at first.
right.
But the people I was with just wasn't, with social media being the way it is, like everybody being judged for what the people see.
Right.
A lot of people was like, man, they ain't gonna do no comedy. They ain't want to be looked at as like a clown and shit like that. So you know what I mean?
I don't
So
think.
I had to,
Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
kind of put it on the back burner.
But I don't think comedians get a bad rep of like being clowns and things like that. I know we have some comedians out there that are like, really, really funny, but it's not nobody you would really want to push up on, if you saw them or something like.
Oh yeah, me personally, I love comedy.
Mhm.
But like the people I was running with, they like real street dudes was like, nah, they not, they
Right.
not trying to, they not trying to be portrayed like clowns. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand everybody not always with the joke. So,
Yeah, it's not like the younger crowd now. Like everybody, we in our 40s. You know what I mean? We all grown ass men. We ain't kids.
right.
So it's like, you know what I mean? Some people, me, I love it. You know what I mean? I love being funny. I love bugging out, but not everybody like that. So I had came up with the idea of doing a urban drama.
Right.
And when I brought that to the table, everybody was like, all right, this is what it is. So we came up with Vengeance.
Yeah, yeah, and I want you to elaborate on that. I only got into a couple episodes so far, but I mean, are you writing that?
I write, direct, everything. I
Well,
put it together. I do all the production. I do all the special effects. I'm
so
like a one-man army.
So everybody, I know we got a lot of Houston fan base. You probably got the East Coast, but you need to go on and check him out. The link is in his bio. I'll tag his bio. I'll tag his Instagram in the interview after we done. Make sure you're checking out his web series. It's definitely one not to miss. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, finish telling us about the web series. I just
So,
plug you in
you
real.
know what I mean? It was just something, it was something we was doing since the beginning. It's like we ain't really know nothing about, none of us was film directors, none of us was actors. It was just something like, all right, yo, we gonna do this. And it was troubling. I'm gonna say, man, we made every mistake you can make in the beginning. Like our first 3 episodes is all filmed on a cell phone, edited on a cell phone, and loaded up to YouTube. I ain't even own a computer
Right.
or a camera. You know what I mean? And
You know what I think the most important thing though, when you say it was all filmed on a cell phone, you got started.
yeah, that's what it was. It was like you don't realize what you have until you see the finished product,
Right.
and then you're like, damn, wow, I created that. Like, you know what I mean? It gives you a self like accomplishment, a feeling of accomplishment. So it was and we actually got nominated for 2 awards for in the beginning, which was like a dream come true because we have a in New York we got a big urban web series award show by
Right.
Show Up Films. They throw it every year, and like the best of the best web series and pretty much the whole East Coast. Now they're branching off even further on in. But like everybody, like all the big web series, like people got web series that millions of people tune into, 100,000s, 500,000. You know what I mean? All these big web series, and we got nominated for 2 awards. So it was like it was something special. Like wow, here we are just starting out filming on a damn cell phone, and here we are getting nominated for awards.
Right.
I
So
mean,
go ahead. Go ahead.
the,
Well, what inspires you? Where did you come up with the script? What inspires you?
the concept.
Yeah,
Everybody asked that question, and
I mean, it's not. I mean, it's your average um, web series or urban web series where you going on like you cover a lot. It goes in depth and you explain a lot in your web series. So tell me about that. How do you come up with that?
I mean, where I came up, the concept is real easy, but a lot of people really don't understand it. It's the thought process of a man and a 6x9. Meaning, if you ever been snitched on or you ever been set up and you had to go to jail for a crime, those are the thoughts you had in your head. Like when I come home, I'm gonna do this.
Exactly.
Not saying that you're gonna do it when you come home, but every man that's ever been snitched on or set up, that's the thought process he has while he's in jail.
That's
Like I'm gonna come home and hurt these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? And that's where vengeance comes from. You know what I mean? Because I've been in predicaments like that, and that was my thought process. When I come home, I'm gonna do something really bad to these people,
right.
and it was just a story that we just kept with.
So that's what makes it so authentic is because it's it's based on a true story. You know what I'm saying? But I actually think like I hope it expands, and I hope a lot of people see this interview. So if you ever had something in your mind, vengeance or something like that, look at what Q did. Instead of going out and actually putting a hurt on him, he turned it into something positive and made a web series out of it.
Yeah, and
uh, also has been nominated for 2 awards. So tell me first off, I want to know like because you act in Vengeance, but you're also directing. So tell us a little about that because I know we're gonna have people that see this or that may tune in now that really just don't know that how that works. So yeah, give us the whole game.
well, honestly, I never meant to be in it. I
Okay.
really just wanted to write it, direct it, and then produce it.
Mhm.
But it was certain emotions that I didn't think because, like I said, I don't have actors. These my boys.
Right.
Like these are people I ran the streets with. So none of us had any experience. But the one thing I knew I can act. Like I knew I was in tune with my emotions in certain situations. So I was like, nobody's gonna be able to pull that out. So I had to be in it because it was like something I knew I could do, but they couldn't do. So that's why I got into it. I really didn't want to. You know
Right.
what I mean? That wasn't the idea. That wasn't the plan. I like being behind the camera, even though I do like being in front of the camera. It's fun, but
No,
nobody sees it the way I do.
right. And you had to bring that character to life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, the thing about Vengeance is they really not characters. Like, it's written pretty much based on everybody's true life attitude. Like, there's like two people in the cast that wasn't really like running the streets like that. They wasn't really. It's glorified. So they had a hard time, and when you watch it, you can kind of see who it is. I won't put them out there,
no,
but you know what I mean. You can tell.
honestly, from what
But most of the guys,
everybody,
you know what I mean.
great. I'm not gonna even be looking for the two people who everybody was great. I'm gonna appreciate it for what it is as I'm watching it.
Oh yeah, and it gets better every episode because we started to learn. Like after we got nominated for those first two awards, and we didn't win. And I mean, honestly, we didn't deserve to win. We was some guppies in the ocean, full of sharks.
Right, but hey,
You know?
getting nominated says you on the right track though.
Oh yeah, that's what we was appreciative. But I'm not gonna lie, man. When we didn't win, it hurt.
Yeah.
It hurt. I'm prideful, and I'm like, because I watch a lot. I watched like a lot of web series at that time because when we first started this, I was doing my homework because I ain't know nothing about web series until I see my man after he passed his web series. Then I started to like look into it and start researching it. I'm like, damn, there's a lot of web series out there that were really successful. Well, you got Money and Violence, you got Respect Life, Project Heat. These is like big web series that Money and Violence is the pioneers of YouTube web series. They got a deal from Lionsgate.
Right.
You know what I mean? Respect Life got millions of views on their episodes. So you know what I mean? Like, it was starting to be a big thing at that time. In 2016, it was like big. Like, everybody wanted to do a web series. Every hood had their own web series. Like, there's thousands of different web series out there that a lot of people, unless you follow them, they don't even really realize that. YouTube is filled with them.
Yeah.
So after losing that award, it was like we came home. I'm like, yo, we got to step it up. I went out, dropped a couple $1,000, bought a camera, computer, editing software, lights, microphones. Like, I went crazy on it.
You needed
And just got
that award to get motivated, is what you're saying.
yeah. That really rubbed me because now it was like, all right, we were doing it to leave a legacy, but now I want to be successful at this.
Right. Exactly.
And we were putting in like a lot of hard work. Like, my life was dedicated to that. Like, that was something, like, everything went to the side. Like, that was all I was doing. I mean, literally, my wife was ready to kill me.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to do.
Like, you guys are on set shooting it just like you would see any other sitcom or anything like that.
Yeah. And well, what made it different is it changed so many different times because people were leaving. New guys were coming in. The story changed like 7 times. Like, it was ridiculous to the point where it's like, now I was just playing it from episode to episode because I had the whole season written out. I had 10 episodes written out.
Right.
We went so far left that now it was like I scrapped all of that and it was like, all right, I'm writing to see who's here next.
Right.
And that's the problem when you don't have professional actors.
People
You
jump.
feel what I'm saying?
Things like that. I think it's on the way, but that's just me. And we're gonna get those web series. We're gonna host a web series on Crowded streaming. So we're gonna get you to send those over. We're gonna get you out in our market too.
Oh man, I got a list of them for you.
We're gonna make that happen. But
I don't think there's nobody out there that know more web series than I do.
so check this out. We with the whole acting thing. So your web series was really your acting debut.
Pretty much, yeah.
But had you directed before? Had you done anything in the industry?
Nope.
You just got inspired.
Nope.
I'm gonna do it.
Yep. I jumped. It was that simple. It was just have a dream
Hey,
and see and put the work in.
I'm always preaching on here is like, hey, if you want to do something, I don't care what it is, get up and do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Quit
That's
waiting
it.
for what it is. If it's music, acting, whatever you want to do, get up and do it, and don't have a plan B. Just stick to plan A. You know what I'm saying? And
That's
just
a problem. A lot of people procrastinate. They talk a good one, but they don't want to put in the work, man. It's hard work no matter what you do. Any dream you have is going to be hard work. And I mean, this was, I'm talking about hard work, sleepless nights,
yeah,
stressed out, people wasn't coming. The script didn't make sense. I had to redo it. We did the first episode, scrapped the whole thing, started over, got different actors. I mean, every mistake you can make, we made.
yeah,
It was a learning process, but I just didn't give up. And it led me to so many more opportunities
right,
because we went from being nominated for 2 awards to then being nominated for 7 other awards.
right.
So we've been nominated 9 times, and then we finally won 2. And I won for what I felt like we was really gunning for, and that was special effects.
So hold on. So you ended up winning 2 awards. Tell me what that moment was like from all your hard work, losing it to being nominated, going back thinking you're going to lose again, and then you finally win 2. So what was that like for you?
Well, the first award was it was more like a recognition award, and so it wasn't really a festival. It was a recognition award, which I mean really humbled me. Like I was like, wow, somebody I ain't even know recognized our hard work and our dedication and gave us an award. He called it the Ill Thinker Award because we thought outside the box,
Right.
and I was real appreciative of that. A week later, we was going back to the Urban Web Series award show. And it was like, all right, we back in there with all these big dogs and all these big people. When they called our name, man, I lost it. I was like, because I knew it should have been mine.
Right.
Like, we put so much, like, like, you have a lot of web series out there. Like, it's a lot of everybody pretty much. It's in the hood, projects. They have a shootouts. And we wanted to push that envelope. Like, we got the bloodiest web series on the net. Point blank. Like, man, we cut people arms off, blowing heads off, jumping out of pools, stabbing people. Like, we really pushed the envelope with it.
Yeah, it's pushing it, definitely.
It's definitely rated R.
Yeah.
And I knew that was something like they couldn't deny that. Like, all right, we might not have had the best cinematography or the best camera or the best audio, the best lighting, or the best actors. But the one thing they couldn't get us is the special effects, is because we knew how much work we put into that to make it look real. Like, we wanted that to look real.
Yeah.
And when we won that, I was like, yeah, we finally where we need to be. Like, now people starting to talk about us. Like, we starting to get big now. And I mean, I loved it. Still didn't get the views I thought it should. But a lot of people don't realize that's promotion. Promotion is really difficult. Like, it is one of, because the people you think you know a lot of people, and you be like, oh, yeah, everybody. Nah, bro. That's not how that shit works. I know thousands of people. Guess what? Those are the last ones that are going to watch your shit. It's the people you don't know that's going to watch it.
I won't, because we host artists, and you are the first actor that we've had in the crowded room. But you just said this, and I just need to repeat it so everybody, if you doing anything, acting, singing, producing, selling cars, I don't care what you're doing. The people you know are not going to support you. So
No, not at all.
say this. Just because you know people and they don't support you, don't give up. The people who you know are not going to support you. The strangers are. So do not give up. I'm talking to everybody out there in IG land, internet land.
Yeah.
Nobody you know is going to support you. And don't
Hey,
worry about it because nobody cares. Go harder. Find your support.
even Jesus was hated in his own neighborhood.
What you
You
say?
know what I mean? Even Jesus was hated in his own neighborhood.
Yeah.
So it's like, it goes to show you since the beginning of time, you're never going to be loved where you from.
You know why I think it's like that though? I think it's like that. I think the love where you from come later, just because most of the time people want you to do well, but not better than them. You know what I'm saying? Like
I see you still, Mag.
when you from somewhere and they watch what you were growing up, and then they watch what you turn into. Everybody don't have that turning point in life to where they like, I used to be a caterpillar, but now I'm a butterfly. Everybody don't always transition and hit the next step. Some people get stuck where they at, and they hate on the next man for spreading his wings and being able to fly. You know what I'm saying? If you grew up in the streets, you probably got friends that ain't gonna never graduate from the streets. But with the people that do graduate from the streets and do something different, the streets mad at them. You've changed, but you're not supposed to stay in the streets forever. You're supposed to get out and do something different. So
You know what it is? That's grown man talk right there. And a lot of people in the younger generation, and that not to knock them because I know they get a lot of heat, but I mean that's the truth. Like even hustling, you hustle to get out the hood, not to get hood rich, not to be driving big cars and wearing jewelry inside the hood.
right.
You did it to get out the hood. That's where it kind of all changed. Like the one thing I noticed, your hood will respect you when you make it. But they don't give a damn about you when you grind it.
Right.
That's it. When you make it, they love you.
Yeah.
But only when you make it.
I think if you in the hood and you driving the big car and you hadn't started a business legally, then you really hustling backwards. You know what I'm saying? Because all you did with that big car is tell the police, "Woo, look at me." You know what I'm saying? That's just my
SMH. We based in Jersey.
Yeah, 1909. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep with the fans too, because normally during the interview I don't even pay attention to what nobody's saying, but then everybody get mad at me.
We interact with our people, so okay. And I'm sorry we went off on that, but we had to give them some game for a minute. So what y'all so far? Don't give up. Don't expect the people you know to support you, and definitely don't be hustling backwards. Whatever you do, if it's music, streets, whatever you're doing, don't be hustling backwards at all. So, what are you currently working on? Tell us about your current projects.
Well, it's funny you said that because one of my brothers just popped in. One of the best directors I ever had the pleasure to work with. Right now, the project I'm in is Foster Sin, which is no doubt one of the best web series out on the net right now.
Okay.
It actually
is that a web series?
It's done by a director named Ray Luke. And I mean, this guy, the talent is phenomenal. I mean, he's a great man, great vision, man, and he's taking it to a whole new level. Like this guy is destined to be in Hollywood. Like What's the
plot for that web series?
Foster Sin, he took this to a whole different level. Like it's all about foster kids in the foster system.
Okay.
He took this like it's so original, and I take it to heart because I am a foster kid. Like so, it meant really a lot to me. I've been following him since day one. He had another hood classic, "Give Me the Loot," which was real dope. That was a dope web series too. But I'm in Foster Sin season 2, which happens to be now on Tubi. So he done graduated from YouTube to now getting on a big platform.
Right.
I mean, and this dude is definitely destined to make Hollywood. And I love the role that he put me in. He put me in a character named Butch. I'm a fucking savage. I mean, I'm a savage, and I love the way he puts it together. Like he should be dropping the last 2 season finale. It should be on Thanksgiving on Tubi. Everybody go check that out. Foster Sin.
So
it's official.
Mike, the current situation with foster kids are just all over with foster kids.
What I tell you, he deals with every aspect of foster kids. Mm-hmm. I mean, every aspect. Things that people don't think about or are scared to talk about. Like he pushes that envelope. Like he talks about everything from kids getting kidnapped to body harvesting to kids being turned into prostitutes. I mean, it's phenomenal. Like this guy is like.
So what? Give me a little bit of what Butch does. You know what I'm saying? In foster.
He got me as a boss, and a foster kid happens to steal my money, and starts a chain of events.
Right.
Where a lot of people get hurt. He's got great actors in it. Babs Bunny, Colin Kilkenny.
Babs,
Daniel Harding, like he's got phenomenal actors, like actors that are actually on TV.
who is Babs Bunny from the band?
Babs Bunny is, yeah, she did P Diddy's Making the Band
Yeah,
a couple years ago.
yeah. Okay,
She runs Queen of the Ring.
yeah.
Yeah, that's actually that's who I'm beefing with in the show.
Oh, okay.
So
Hey, make sure y'all check out Foster Said on YouTube and Tubi. And like I said, I'm gonna tag Q, and the link will be in his bio for y'all that want to check it out. But I recommend checking
oh
it out.
yeah.
Different, you know what I'm saying? Give y'all something to check out. But go
He
ahead.
also got He also got Zab Judah, 6-time welterweight championship champion.
Yeah,
I mean, the cast is phenomenal. Like the people he's got surrounding him, and I'm so blessed to be part of that. Like that it really means a lot to me that he gave me that shot. You know what I mean? Because I honestly I really don't deserve to be in it. I ain't nothing special, and it's just a great project to be a part of. Like that's one of the current projects that I'm in now. Like me personally, directing wise, I'm doing all sorts of shit. Like I want to finish Vengeance, but Corona kind of handcuffed us from doing a lot of things.
yeah,
So I had a whole bunch of plans what to do in 2020. Like this was supposed to be a big year for us. We was working on like 6 different projects. Everything got shelved. Like we started a web series called Hoodfellas. Then we got done doing the first episode. It's supposed to be a web series. Corona hit, shut everything down. So I just threw the episode out as a little movie, like a short movie. It's a comedy. It's like cartoonish, funny as hell. It's all about coronavirus. When it first came out here,
yeah,
funny as hell. Like it's hilarious. And then what that led to, since we was all on lockdown and couldn't do nothing, I just decided, was like, yo, you know what? I'm just going to do a comedy with my family. So I got a comedy on YouTube that's called Death Do Us Part. And it's like a cartoon format. Funny as hell, deals with like serious family issues and in a funny way, man. It is like something that if you really want to just laugh, that's something to check out. Like that's one thing. Like I was filming that today.
yes.
That's like the only thing I could do right now.
For the family.
Besides,
For the family.
I wrote like 10 movies.
Oh wow, we gonna get into that. So you saying for the families that's locked in the house right now for COVID, if they watch that till death do us part, it'll help them, get through the COVID stuck in the house, huh?
Oh my, yo, Death Do Us Part is funny as hell. That's something you're gonna laugh. Like you're gonna serious laugh because we savages. We are like everything I do, I always gonna push the envelope. Like I'm not gonna do what's politically correct.
Right.
I'm gonna do stuff that I want to do, no matter what nobody thinks. Honestly, I don't care. Me and my family, we don't care.
Right.
Like we're gonna do what we want to do.
Right.
And I got all my kids in it. I mean, even my newborn baby. We filmed the day she was born in the hospital. That's actually in the web series.
Right. Keeping it real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. It's something good.
Going with these 10 movies you have written, how's that going, and what's the plan for those? I mean,
right now, I'm really working on a movie called Deadly Find. We just closed casting. Still trying to work out the kinks of what actors are gonna play what characters. The story's written. Everything's pretty much ready to go. The only thing that's holding us back is this COVID. Like COVID is like, I don't want to take a chance with nothing. Having a newborn baby at home and my wife, like, nah, I ain't filming nothing outside of my house right now. You know what I mean? But I got so many projects that's just right there ready to go. And this is one project that we like. It's gonna be the last project I put out on YouTube.
And where the rest of them going? I mean, are you pitching the Lionsgate, Paramount? What you doing with them?
I wish, but now I want to start like a website. That way, people can pay to watch it. Because in order to succeed and to grow and get bigger, you got to start to create some type of revenue. Right. You know what I mean? That way, I can get bigger actors. I want to start paying people. Like, you know what I mean? It's all good to do it as fun and as a hobby, but if you getting serious about it, you really got to take those strides to kind of move up. And the way of doing that is creating some type of revenue, whether it's shirts, hats, you know what I mean, merchandise, or actually having people pay to watch your project. You put all that work in, that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just it should be like that.
Monetized on YouTube.
Huh?
You know, YouTube.
Monetizing on YouTube is so tricky because honestly, you really don't make much.
Okay.
You got to have just so many people watch it. You make pennies on a dollar, and then anything you use, whether it's like people send us music all the time, like Vengeance, for instance. People were sending us music. But as soon as I put the episode out, they would copyright it. So they would claim it. So now I can't monetize that video because you claimed it. You claimed the copyright on it, on the music. So you end up getting screwed like that. You know what I mean? I'm doing people a favor by promoting their music on my web series, but here they go copywriting it. Now even if I was trying to monetize it and make money off of it, I can't.
Well, you got a new plan now. Anybody that sends Q your music, he gonna send it over to Crowd and stream it. We pay artists for streams, so make sure you download the app. Go to the website right now, crowdedstreaming.com, or go to the music store and download Crowded Music, the purple app. But you got to go to the website to create your artist profile, and we do pay artists for streams. So Q, all you got to do now is just we ain't worried about YouTube. We ain't worried about that.
Yeah.
Music to Crowd. Get all their fans to Crowded, and we gonna pay them for their streams. You know what I'm saying? But
there you go. That's the way to do it.
I understand the whole YouTube thing. I think you gave some people some things they ain't know, because I didn't know if I'm an independent artist and I give you my music to put on your web series, I didn't know YouTube can claim it.
It's not YouTube, but the actual artist.
Oh.
So if I send you a song to put on your web series, and then you drop that web series is copyrighted to you, but I can claim my song because it's my song. And then once I do that, you can't make money off that video now.
All right, I think you and those guys got to work something out in the back end where they not claiming it, and you have more of a soundtrack type deal with them. You know what I'm saying?
You see, yeah, that's the part about it. There's been times where we actually was going to pay people to use their music, but then I was worried about the same thing happening. Like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna pay you to use your song, but then as soon as I drop it, you're gonna sit there and claim it.
You got to get them under contract. You got to get that contract. You send YouTube that. YouTube gonna release that music, I'm telling you, and you just got people, man. Any artist that screws over you like that just not gonna prosper. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that is what it is. But you know what? We got some great artists already on Crowded with some great music. So make sure you go through there and pick out some songs you like, and and go through there, and we'll put you in touch with the artists, and you guys will do good business. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Yeah, definitely.
But
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's just filming and directing, man. It's like a dream come true, man. When you see your dream in front of your face, man. It's something like I think everybody should at least try it. You know what I mean? It's a whole different aspect. I used to be big on music. Like I was a producer and everything, made my own beats, all of that. Really wanted to put people on. Problem with music, I could never find people that was serious enough about it, like that was going to put in the same type of effort I did. So I went into film.
Yeah.
And you realize with film, it's not just the vocals no more. It's the actual having to see it, the visuals, and it gives you such a high when you see it. Like it is something like totally different.
So I'm gonna just speak on entertainment, the entertainment industry. Everybody wants to be an entertainment in the entertainment industry, whether it's acting or singing, rapping, whatever part it is. Everybody want to be in the entertainment industry. But what we suffer from is a lot of people not serious and they not willing to put the work in. You know, and you don't realize you can't waste everybody's time like that. I can't remember the actor's name right now. Method Man. Method Man. He's currently in that 50s in the Power Book 2 on Stars, but he was talking about how he got fired from The Wire that used to be on HBO years ago. He was fired from The Wire because he couldn't get to work on time, and they fired him. They basically killed his character off. So that just shows you, like, he had to go and get serious and say, hey, you know, these people not playing. I think that's one of the things that we have to get artists and actors, especially when they independent and they trying to learn the business and get major and work with people. Hey, you got to get serious. Nobody gonna beg you to come to the studio. Nobody gonna beg you to get
Nope.
that. Nobody gonna beg you, because there's so many people out there with the dream. If you're not gonna do what it takes, then somebody else will. You know what I'm saying?
And the problem is a lot of people feel like they're owed something, like somebody gonna hand something to them. Like, if anything, people gonna be taken from you.
Right.
You really need to go out there and do it. Like, have a plan and go out there and execute it and just grind every day you have to. Like, do whatever it takes to just keep going. Like, promoting for me is like is the biggest headache. Like, when I drop an episode, I send it to every single person on my IG list. Now, my old account had 8,000 followers. I would send it to 8,000 people. Then the 300 that's in my phone, I would send it to. You know what I mean? Like, that's the type of grind I was on, like constant grind. And I'm still like that. I'm still hungry like that. Any project I drop, I send it to everybody because I want everybody to watch it. I want everybody to know about it, share it, like it. You know what I mean? And when you don't get that help, it gets frustrating. It gets demoralizing, and you feel like giving it up. You just got to keep pushing, just push and push and push. So one day, somehow, you're going to get an opportunity. And I see that now I got directors that hit me on all the time. They want me to act on their web series or act in their movie and stuff like that. You see these opportunities. It might not be the way you want it. Like, I didn't get where I wanted to with my web series. It was a start, but I didn't get to where I want to be, where I thought I should be. But that don't mean, oh, just give up, because now I'm on a web series that's 10 times more successful than mine.
Right.
So you just get it another avenue.
But I think but people will go back and say, okay, let's see what he's done before this, because that's normally how it works with actors. You know, somebody come out with something and you're like, oh man, this dude's dope. Then you go back and you know what I'm saying? Same thing with music. You hear somebody's album and you realize, man, this guy been out. I'm going to go check out what he's done in the past too. So, you know, don't give up. Don't take it down. Leave it up. I think somebody's going to see you on one of the current things you're doing. And I've had the pleasure of checking out a couple episodes of Vengeance, and I'm just waiting to get back to it. So I know once people see it that they'll buy into it. You know what I'm saying?
If you can make it past the first 4 episodes, because the first 4 episodes are raw. They're raw. I mean, we were just starting. You see it get better and better, but once you hit 5, 6, 7, 8, you're gonna see like the full circle. Like, damn, you could tell. You're gonna be able to see when we got a camera, when we got editing software. Like, you see us constantly evolving, and that's the most important thing, is never to be stuck at one level. To make sure you're constantly growing, and that's what you'll see if you go through it.
Yeah.
And SMH 1909, just hit me in the DM.
We're gonna tag them. But you got to get your own ride to Jersey, right?
Oh yeah.
You got.
Yeah, you definitely gotta get out to Jersey somehow.
You got to get out to Jersey, though. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about this, because you said you got 10 movies. You know, and I understand you said you wanted the website, but you have no, like, I mean, nothing makes you want to send those to like Paramount or Lionsgate or nothing like that. I mean, they buy scripts on it to keep it to yourself.
You know what? Why let somebody get paid for your hard work? You know what I mean? Why make $1 and let them make 100? I'm never gonna do that. I want to do everything on my own.
Right.
You know what I mean? call it, that could be prideful. I mean, call it what you want, but like if I'm putting in all this hard work, I want to succeed.
No, I don't call it prideful. This is what I call it with everything. Everybody has a right to work their business the way they want to work it. There's not one way that's like the correct way. If somebody else in your position and they choose to take a deal from a cinema, that's what they chose. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
think everybody has the right to pick their way of how they gonna do it and go that way. If you're an artist and you want to stay independent, that's you. If you're an artist and you want to sign a deal, that's you. I think we get too caught up in the everybody got to do it the same way. You know what I'm saying? Let every man choose his own. I support that.
You know, especially in the web series community, like a lot of like Money and Violence was the pioneer, was the first web series, hood web series.
Mhm.
Big as hell. Like they get the deal for Lionsgate. You never see another episode of Money and Violence again. Why? Because that money split the whole cast. Everybody, they started beefing. People was feeling like, oh, I deserve more money than him and this and that. The director started beefing with his cast. It totally destroyed everything they started it for. You know what I mean? So that's why I would never really do that. Like I let somebody sponsor. If somebody wanted to break us off bread to help our production get bigger, cool. Like I support that. Thank you. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. But as far as like giving my hard work to somebody else, I would never do that.
Yeah.
I mean, because we started it not really thinking about money. Like I was never thinking about. I wanted to do this, like I said, to leave a legacy. When I'm dead and gone, my kids can watch Vengeance, and my kids can. There goes my daddy.
Yeah.
Because I'm not acting. That's me. I'm just acting when I'm angry, or you know what I'm saying. I'm acting when I kill somebody. But other than that, that's how I talk. That's how I walk. You know what I mean? When they see that, they're gonna be like, "Yeah, that's my dad right there. That's really how my dad was."
Right.
So that's why I started it. So now trying to make revenue and stuff like that. That's something new. That's like, all right, you know what? I'm seeing people. I'm surrounded by people that's successful and they're starting to make moves. I want to start to do that now. You know what I mean? So that's why I think the website, I keep it close to vest. We control it as a company where I'm not worried about nobody else pushing us for deadlines or nothing like that. We do it at all. Because like my cast, my production, we all have full-time jobs and we all have family. Right. You know what I mean? Until we make a revenue to where we can be like, you know what, I'm going to quit my job and do this full-time. You know what I mean? We don't have that time to dedicate every second of the day to it.
But I think you just created what you saying. You have your own website to put your movies and your web series on. I think you kind of creating a new platform by doing your own website, because
exactly.
I ain't gonna say no other website's name, but we see a lot of people now promoting their own websites on different platforms where they making all the money and things like that. So it really makes sense to go out. You know what I'm saying? And you're making a lot of sense, because instead of going pay the movie theater $9.95 or something like that, you can get it all straight to you. They can watch it in their house with their own snacks and everything like that and enjoy themselves. You know what I'm saying? And you can.
Everybody wants to be their own boss.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you don't want to work for nobody but yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I mean that's the American way, right? Might as well.
Of course. But, you know, they don't teach that in school. They teach us to go out and get jobs. But
yeah, right.
But so after you let's say it all takes off. What's next? What's the big picture? What's Q's big picture?
To get all the independent artists into one platform and create our own Hollywood. I think that's the end game. It's like really to get people together, like, because honestly, if you think about it, Hollywood running out of ideas, man. Right now, this is an independent world right now, especially with cinema. Yeah. Like every major company right now is taking stuff from overseas. You know what I mean? They don't have a thought process no more. Nothing's original. Right. They're bringing back movies we was watching as kids. You know what I mean? That goes to show you they running out of shit to make.
Yeah, if I see another Incredible Hulk or Spider Man, I'ma just
Yeah, right. Like, so
and
now I feel like all these independent directors that have these phenomenal stories that ain't been told. Like, not everything gotta be. It don't always gotta be a hood story. It could be a love story. It could be a mystery. Ray Luke happens to be making a black vampire movie called In Vain. Like, it's these original ideas that, I mean, that's what people want to see.
yeah,
So if we could somehow just band together and create our own Hollywood and cut out all of those people that just been raping the industry for so damn long, you know what I mean, and break bread together, hey man, we could do something.
yeah.
We
Hey,
could really do something.
sound like a phenomenal plan. You got to keep pushing and keep that idea alive. Hey, everybody out there in IG land, we're gonna make sure we host Q's web series and everything he's doing on the Crowded streaming app. So y'all make sure that y'all check him out. And also, Q, make sure you go through and you make some connections with the artists we have on Crowded streaming. We'll make the
Oh,
introduction.
without a doubt.
You don't have to worry about that.
Without a doubt.
Man, I hate to do this, but we got to get ready for 45 DJ 4500 and Kingly grind. I always got to do this. Grind City TV on the Roku app, the Discharge Show at 10:30. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. Q, it's been a pleasure. When
Oh, definitely.
we got to get out there. We coming to Jersey. That's what we gonna do. We gonna come
Hey man, anytime.
we're gonna come to Jersey for part two, then you gonna come to Texas for part three. That's how we gonna do that.
I'll let it come out there.
So that's what we gonna do, man. Anything you want to say to the people before we get off of here, man?
Hey man, I just appreciate everybody, man, that showed their support, man, and all the love that we get. I thank you guys for this interview. You know what I mean? Trying to raise awareness to everybody about web series and stuff like that. Hey man, go check me out in Foster Sin season 2. Season finale should be coming out on Tubi around Thanksgiving. You get to see your boy Butch wilding the fuck out. Trust me, you're not gonna want to miss this. If you haven't seen Vengeance on LM Productions YouTube channel, go check it out. Go check out my comedy, Death Do Us Part. I got a podcast on there. That'll tell you all about some of the small web series that don't nobody know about, called Series True Thoughts. It's 10 episodes on that. I mean, just go check it out, man, if you haven't seen it, man.
All right.
And yo, follow me at CEOLM Productions.
Yeah, I'm gonna tag him in this interview. Y'all make sure y'all follow him. Thanks everybody for tuning in with us now. Make sure you go over to Grind City TV on the Roku app and watch the Discharge Show with DJ 4500 and Kingly C. Appreciate everybody, and make sure you download the Crowded Music app. Thanks. Have a great night.